chase Hennessy away from Nigeria, and a lot of people are still like, debating on that, talking about that. While some people are saying that Davido is just a cap, you know. So I decided to say, let me just make a brief, live video on this so that you get to understand, my own point of view. A lot of people still got the same point of view on this particular issue. Talking about Davido chasing Hennessy away from Nigeria, what Davido is really implying is that, before they signed a deal, before Mattel signed a deal with him, Hennessy was like dominating the cognac brand in Nigeria. That is something we got to understand. If even globally, Hennessy was really dominating, but in terms of Africa, Hennessy got the chunk of the market. Mattel was like least, in Africa at that time. But when the video came on board, he started marketing for Mattel. I started doing a lot of campaign for Mattel, and that really really propelled the promotion of Mattel and the acceptance of Mattel by a lot of people, even club owners, club goers. A lot of people are now into Mattel. Now let me tell you something that Burna Boy before now was signed as a brand advocate for Mattel. Mattel no sell. So a lot of people need to actually understand this. Let's not confuse a lot of things about all of this now. Let's not confuse a lot of things because we need to understand it from a different point of view that Davido actually did well in terms of marketing of Mattel. Davido did well in terms of marketing of Mattel. He did very well, fantastically well in terms of marketing. So, but some people will not give him that accolades, and that is really, really off it. Whether you like it or not, if you are giving a lot of money, you have, let's say, multinational agency, or you got a big brand that you want to sell, and you got to sign the biggest African artist to help you sell. Among the video and other artists who you go sign, a lot of people, we collect the video. Let me say 90% we take the video because when you sign the video, there is about 60% chances that you will get your money back because he's going to go to work and then help you to promote your brand. So, talking about the video chasing Hennessy away, from Nigeria, to an extent, I really, really understand what the video is really implying. That is something I got to say about that. And some people are now confusing this with a lot of things and saying that, the video to the brag. Yes, when I checked, Hennessy globally was really taking over 77% of the cognac market in the world. Before the fall in trade in China, because there was a shortfall in China, in terms of this cognac brand and all these things. But Hennessy in Africa still got the larger market. In 2024, when the video actually came on board, he started selling for Mattel, and that really picked up Mattel. And now we are getting a lot of attention on that globally. So we need to actually respect that. We need to talk about that, and start, understanding that whether you be Davido fan or you be Whiskey fan or you be Burna Boy fan, or that does not matter. That when you see the truth, you're not going to say the truth. Whether you like it or not, Davido has really, really contributed, to the revenue of Mattel within this short period of time. If Mattel signed 10 other artists outside the video, they fit not do wetin the video don't do within this period of time, taking Mattel everywhere. I got somebody coming on my video and saying that even for US, the video was still like marketing. And then in US, a lot of people don't even they accept Mattel. That is to show you that the video had a great impact, marketing for this brand. And we got to really understand that from another point of view. We got to understand that because A lot of people they say Davido they cap, they do this one 20%, a bit 22% revenue. That is what is there. Martel actually gained ground within this year, within 2023, 2024, year, gain ground over 25% in Africa. That is to show you that the impact of Davido is being felt by Mattel, and they are happy signing ambassadorial deal or advocacy deal with Davido. Davido is one guy. When you sign up for your brand, this guy is ready to market for you. That is something I got to understand about Davido that a lot of people don't really want to accept because they feel like, yes, I be fan of Whiskey. Anything we Whiskey do, it did right. I started, fanning Whiskey when most of you were still in primary school. Like in 2009, in 2009 or so, that was when I graduated. I started finding Whiskey because MI featured Whiskey in a song. I was like, who be this small boy now? This guy get vibes, get the energy, get it, get the rhymes and all those kind of things, get the lyrics. But at the time, I will not really sit back and say that Whiskey is better. I'm dropping a video soon to tell you about all of this. We got big three still, but Whiskey is not in big three right now, according to some people. They said with the big three, we have number one as Bonner, we got number two as Rema and number three as Davido. That is some people. Whiskey is just relying on his old glory. Whiskey, apart from Made in Lagos album, Whiskey actually dropped album More Love Less Ego album. That album didn't actually sell very well. That is something you got to understand also about this. After that, he dropped Mariah's album. How you go drop album? They promote that album. They tell me say you don't like promoting. That means you are just taking yourself away from the market. The music world is highly competitive right now. That is something a lot of us got to understand. Is highly, highly competitive. A lot of us need to actually understand it from that, point of view. Because whether you like it or not, there's need for marketing. And a lot of artists around the world, the likes of Snoop, the likes of a lot of people are moving away from music, diversifying into entrepreneurship. They call them musicpreneur or all those kind of names. That is what Davido is doing. This guy is one of the highest endorsed artists in Africa. Got an endorsement with Spiro Electric Bike, got endorsement with Mattel, got endorsement with Puma, got endorsement with Steak, got endorsement recently with PS5. That is actually massive, and we got to celebrate this guy. That is something I feel. But when you talk about Mattel, whether the video has actually done well for them, that is a big one, and I feel that Davido has really won for Mattel in Africa. Before Davido, who know Mattel? Who know Mattel for clubs? It was always Hennessy. But in South Africa, they are still like, onto Hennessy. But I think Mattel will still enter their body soon. That is something I feel about that because Davido is doing a lot of marketing for them. I want you guys to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you can consider subscribing because I got a lot of videos that have dropped and that are still dropping, and they are still talking about the video. Some people they refer to me as the video fans and all those kind of things, but fan, I not really kind of disappoint. That is something I will say about all of this. And then guys, you can do well to support Afrobeat blog. We got a lot coming. You can do well to support Afrobeat blog, but I need to actually show you around. I need to actually show you around Afrobeat because we got a lot coming. Another thing where I did notice about Afrobeat artists is that these female artists, before the fame, these guys they used to dress decent too. They actually got the fame dressing decent, being nice. All of a sudden, when they get fame, they're going to start to they do have kind of those half noodles and all those kind of things. That is what we are really getting, and this is quite disturbing to an extent. And a lot of people, we need to understand this, and then we need to support our own brand. Davido is the highest endorsed artist in Africa, and we got to respect that. And when you sign the video as a brand, you go on like get marketed and get promoted. Unlike some artists, we know they like to like promote. Signing ambassadorial deals or brand and all those kind of things. It's not for you to collect the money and run away. It's for you to collect the money and do the work. That is what a lot of people need to actually understand about this. What are your own takes? Put in the comment section what you feel about all of these stories. I got a lot of people actually, saying something. You can really support Afrobeat blog. We got a lot that we need to talk about that I can't talk about right now. Let me show you around. This is
Joshua,
this is
Ryan,
oh yeah, tell them hi.
hi,
See, subscribe
subscribe
to my YouTube channel.
to my YouTube channel.
Love you guys. Keep supporting Afro Beat blog.